Okay, so first in the upper right-hand corner, our local union number is 251. You can write that there. And then in the first sentence of all the text, put again local 251. Then when you move down the page, you start filling out your personal information. Start with last name, first name, and then followed by middle initial. Then occupation, depending on what you're here for today, it will either be driver or package handler. Followed by your home street address, followed by your telephone number and city in which you reside, state, and your zip code. Next, employer, just simply write UPS. Employment date, you can just write today's date. Street would be 150 Plan Way, it's our address. The city is Warwick, and our phone is 401-736-1507. State is Rhode Island. Zip code is 02886. Followed by the initiation fee, which is $200, and then pay to local 251. And then again, it will be your information, date of birth, print that there, followed by your social security number. And then the question, have you ever been a member of the Teamster local union? Just either put yes or no. If yes, put what number you were in, and then at the bottom, sign and date the application. Then if we follow to the lower section, please print your name in the first line, and then in the little line through the text, that's again local 251, followed by your signature in the lower section, followed by your social security number, your home address, your home city, state, and your zip code. Today's date and employer again is UPS. Hello, congratulations on being selected for your position at UPS. I would now take this opportunity to read you our UPS policies. Please follow along, and I will pause briefly for you to sign at the bottom of each document, acknowledging your understanding. Service to our business. Efficiency and courtesy to our customers, as well as the safe, pleasant working conditions for our employees, is essential to our operation. Absence and lateness. Your consistent attendance and punctuality are essential to providing quality service to our customers. Employees must follow book-off and book-on policies. If you are unexpectedly going to be late or absent from work, notify your manager or supervisor at least 1 hour before your regular start time on any day that you will be absent. If you are going to be late, call your manager or supervisor as early as possible. By keeping your supervisor informed, you will help minimize any disruption to the workplace, as coverage will be arranged for your responsibilities. Unplanned or excessive absenteeism or tardiness can be serious disruptions to the workflow and places an undue burden on other employees. Employees who have attendance problems are subject to discipline up to and including termination of employment at UPS. Drinking, drugs, and narcotics is prohibited prior to work, during work, or after work in company parking lots. Gambling is prohibited on company times and premises. Recording devices. The use of all recording devices in any UPS facility for anything other than authorized business purposes is prohibited. Smoking. All UPS buildings are smoke-free. Smoking may only be permitted in outside areas specifically designated and posted as smoking areas. Injuries. Notify your manager or supervisor immediately after any type of injury, even if it appears minor. The trainer has explained the rules. I understand the policies, and I recognize that any infraction of them is grounds for disciplinary action up to and including dismissal. Please sign and date. Facility Yard Control Safety Procedures. General Yard Safety Rules. 1. Only certified yard personnel are allowed in the yard outside of designated pedestrian walkways and break areas. 2. All facility employees, whether certified or non-certified, must use the pedestrian joist to exit or enter the building. 3. When on break, all employees are required to remain in marked break areas. Be aware, no one can be dropped off or picked up inside of the gate. You must obey the speed limit while in parking lots. Do not drive recklessly while you are in the yard. Be aware of pedestrians when backing up. All employees for a shift leave at the same time. If you see a fallen package in the yard, come into the building and get a supervisor to retrieve it. Please sign and date. UPS Union Dues. Teamsters Union Local 251. I have been informed that under these terms and conditions of the collective bargaining agreement between the Teamsters Union 251 and UPS that I shall become obligated to become a member of the union after the first 30 days of my employment or after I have obtained seniority status, whichever occurs later. In order to fulfill the financial requirements of the initiation fee at the time with the minimum inconvenience, I wish to stagger the payments of the monies accordingly. I voluntarily request that hereby authorize the Teamsters to deduct from the wages the following part-time employees. Initiation fees are $200 for all part-time union employees. The initiation fee will be deducted from your paycheck in $30 increments. The initiation fee deducted will start at the first week of employment and continue until the total amount has been paid. Each month, $27.50 will be deducted for union dues beginning at the first month of employment. Full-time temporary employees, initiation fees are $500 for all full-time union and casual employees. The initiation fee will be deducted from your paycheck in $50 increments. The initiation fee for full-time employees will start at the first week of employment and continue until the total amount has been paid. Monthly dues are $56.25 for full-time temporary package handlers and full-time temporary package car drivers. Monthly dues for full-time temporary feeder drivers is $108. I understand that such monies which are paid over the union shall be retained from the union in fulfillment and financial obligation. Please sign and date. Employee Security Awareness Certification. If you see a suspicious package or shipment, you should contact your supervisor immediately. If you see a person you do not recognize or looks suspicious, notify your supervisor. There is a UPS reward program that is in place and is confidential and offers up to a $5,000 reward for qualifying information regarding any UPS employee who has stolen merchandise, money, or other valuables from UPS or one of their customers. Remember, security is everybody's responsibility at UPS. If you see something, say something. If you see someone opening up packages who is not authorized, notify your supervisor or security. If you find an open package or packages, leave them where you found them and notify your supervisor. Remember, when an employee steals from UPS or a customer, it reflects poorly on all of us. Any UPS employee opening packages into the UPS delivery system will be treated like any other customer. All packages must be properly documented and normal customary charges must be paid. Any employee shipping packages for themselves or others without paying the proper shipping charges is committing an act of dishonesty and will be subject to disciplinary actions up to and including discharge. Each building has its own badging and employee entering / exiting procedure. Know your procedure of your building and follow it. Those employees at buildings that require employee badge must show their badge upon entering. Guarded facilities require all employees to cooperate with the guards at all times. Please sign and date. Social media guidelines. Follow company procedures for employee concerns. We encourage UPS employees to discuss matters of concern with their management team. Both the UPS Open Door Policy and UPS Helpline are resources that offer prompt review of employee problems. Publicizing your concerns through social media is not the most effective manner to get an issue resolved. Nevertheless, if you choose to do so, avoid using statements, photographs, video, or audio that reasonably could be viewed as malicious, obscene, threatening, or intimidating. Examples of such conduct might include offensive posts meant to initially harm someone's reputation or posts that could contribute to a hostile work environment on the basis of protected characteristic. Please sign and date. UPS is proud of its professional and congenial work environment and will take all necessary steps to ensure that our workplace remains pleasant for everyone. In order to maintain a positive work environment, all employees must treat each other with courtesy, consideration, and professionalism. Harassment of any person or group of persons based on race, sex, national origin, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, veteran or military status, pregnancy, age, or religion is a form of unlawful discrimination which is specifically prohibited in the UPS community and which may subject the company and/or individual harasser to liability. Please sign and date. Sexual harassment within the UPS workplace or while conducting official business with the public is illegal and will not be tolerated by UPS. Further, any retaliation against an individual who has complained about sexual harassment or retaliation against individuals for cooperating with an investigation of sexual harassment is similarly unlawful and will not be tolerated. We maintain a working environment free of sexual harassment. Sexual harassment in the workplace will result in disciplinary action up to including dismissal and may subject the offender to personal, legal, and financial liability. Unwelcome sexual advances, requests of sexual favors, or verbal or physical contact of a sexual nature is considered sexual harassment. Please sign and date. No solicitation policy. UPS employees are prohibited from distributing literature to other UPS employees for any cause or organization during the work time or in work areas for any purpose. Work areas are all areas where employees perform work. Work time does not include break periods and meal times or other periods during the workday when employees are not engaged in performing their work tasks. Working time includes time when both the employee doing the solicitation and the distribution of the employee to whom the solicitation or distribution is directed. Non-UPS employees. Non-UPS employees are prohibited from verbally soliciting, promoting, or physically distributing any printed material to UPS employees while the UPS employees are working. Non-UPS employees shall not be allowed to enter UPS facilities for any purpose without the express permission from appropriate management personnel. Please sign and date. Workplace Violence Prevention Policy. UPS is committed to a safe work environment free of threats, intimidation, and physical harm. All employees have the right to work in a safe environment and share the responsibility for assuring each other's safety. UPS has a zero-tolerance policy. UPS prohibits physical assaults, threatening comments, intimidation, and the intentional destruction of a company property, employee property, or merchandise. Any comments or behavior that reasonably can be interpreted as intent to do harm to employee or property will be considered a threat. Any employee who believes he or she may be a target of violence or threats of violence or is aware of violent or threatening conduct by another individual that could result in injury to a UPS employee or destruction of property has a responsibility to immediately report the situation to his or her immediate supervisor or manager. If the employee is unable or prefers not to contact the immediate supervisor or manager, the employee can promptly contact the UPS Business Conduct Line at 1-800-877-6947 24 hours a day. Your information will be treated as important and appropriate action, including an investigation, will be taken. If any investigation reveals that a policy has been violated, such conduct will be dealt with through disciplinary action, which may include, but is not limited to, suspension or termination of employment of a person in violation of this policy. Individuals violating laws also may be subject to criminal prosecution. Please sign and date. UPS Code of Business Conduct Our People. Retaliation. Our commitment to integrity includes a responsibility to foster an environment that allows our people to report violations without fear of retaliation or retribution. No one should be discouraged from using any available channel within the organization to report a concern. Simple questioning of someone following a reported concern can lead to claims of retaliation, even if that was never the intent, as it may make a person feel that he or she did something wrong by choosing one method of reporting over another. People must be able to choose the established method which they feel most comfortable with to communicate any concern. Anyone who retaliates against another employee for reporting known or suspected violations of our legal or ethical obligations is in violation of the code and is subject to disciplinary action up to and including dismissal. Retaliation also may be in violation of the law, and as such could subject both the individual harasser and UPS to legal liability. Please sign and date. UPS Footwear Policy. Wearing proper footwear that is in good repair is a UPS requirement and the performance of your job. Please sign